fuck was that?
Welcome to What the Fuck Did I Dream Last Night? I'm Jaynee, and I am here to give you another Dream Snippets episode, which is just basically small dreams that I remember bits and pieces of and figured I'd share it with you. The ones I have today are basically a lot, they're all pretty much brain dump dreams where I can kind of figure out where they kind of stemmed from, but let's see. We'll just jump right into it. So, the first one. I had a dream where half my head was shaved. A man, I was rocking it and I was loving it. It looked so good. I thought it looked fantastic. I had my hair really darkly colored. It was pretty much like black, which I have had black hair multiple times before. And then the left side was completely shaved off. And, I had confidence, too, with this haircut like no other. I just recall wearing it to, show the shaved side of my head. But then I needed, a little bit more, trimmed in the back. It's I missed a few hairs that were, pokey and sticking out. So I was like, I'll just wear, a center part until I can go home and fix it. So I could, center part it and cover it up. And then it just looked like I didn't have half a shaved head. I cut my husband's hair the night that I dreamt this dream, and I shaved all of his sides, and he has just little ponytail in the middle. And before we cut it, we just kept saying he looked like a baby chicken. It was growing straight out crazily. I don't know if he slept on it funny or whatnot. So I think that's where this dream all came from. But in reality, should I shave my head? I do love some fun haircuts. And I haven't done anything crazy in a long time. I've been having lots of dreams of different colors and stuff. So should I wait till after I have this baby and do it? Or should I do it before? I'm ready. I want to do something fun. Give me your suggestions on what I should do. Alright, number 2. In this dream, my husband's mom kidnapped me. So we were flying in a train-like thing made of buggies, shopping carts. And they were all connected by strings, and they were just flying through the sky. So Pam from the office was in front of me in her own shopping cart. And I told her to give me her phone to call Jim to help us out. And he answered and asked if it was a butt call, and I was like, no, I need your help. And he helped us get down, and I walked into a house, and I guess it was mine in my dream, but it was this really big, really nice house. And I asked my mother-in-law why she did that, and she said that she didn't do anything. And I was like, well, yes, you did. You need to get out of my house right now. Okay, so I said these are all brain dump dreams, but, I have no clue where this one came from. This is definitely just random. I love The Office. It is my favorite show, so having a dream about, Jim and Pam, that doesn't shock me at all. But, we were flying down, in these buggies in the air, in the sky, I remember, it was, on, Route 30, this road that I always, traveled, this highway. We were just flying down. Didn't shock anybody else. Apparently it was just a normal thing to see every day, just all these buggies or shopping carts out in the sky. And saying that my mother-in-law kidnapped us, I have no clue. What? She does not want to kidnap me. So I'll never really understand that dream. Alright, number 3. In this dream, I kept messing up the days and times that I was supposed to record with Jess, and I just could never get there to record with her. I recall talking to her, and she kept telling me it was Tuesday, and I'm like, no, it isn't. It's Monday. It's literally all that dream was. And you guys have all heard us talk about this before in the show, that we never know what day it is, and that's just who I am. And we always say Mondays are the only days that work for us. So, and this week we're going to be recording on a Wednesday, so we're really messing things up again. I think that was just all podcast stress of trying to organize 2 schedules together that live states apart and everything. So that's where that one definitely came from. That one I can explain. It was definitely just a brain dump. All right, number 4. So we're at this hotel and we're ready to go eat, and we're eating like at the hotel, but we couldn't find a table. And like every time we kept finding a table, they kept giving our table away. And I was just starting to get like so annoyed in my dream and just like frustrated. Like, I don't understand why they kept giving it away. Like, why can't we have a table? It's not like we weren't waiting our turn or anything. So finally, I just sat down at this one like random table and I claimed it. And then I'm looking at the menu and like I didn't like the menu, and I was like I liked nothing on there, which I hate being one of those people at a restaurant. Like, I would never be like that. Like, I can always find something on a menu. We talked about this at work the other day, because somebody sat down, looked at our menu, and they're like, we don't want to eat here, and left. And I just find it really strange. Like, I feel like I can find something all the time, or I look to see online before I go somewhere. But anyways, so I didn't like the menu at all at this hotel restaurant. And I was like, I really want those garlic and oil fries that we had downstairs. I was like, can't you make those for me? Like, that I also ate at the hotel, I guess. And the waiter was like, I can see what they were. And I was like, the garlic and oil, like, pasta, but it wasn't pasta. It was fries. And you had this garlic dipping sauce. And then I was like, oh, it's truffle fries. That's what they were called. Like, I got really excited about these damn fries. This dream gives me anxiety because, like I said, I would hate to be this person in the restaurant, like, ordering something that's not even on their menu. Like, that waiter was 120% annoyed by me. Yeah, I would never do that. But when I was out in DC, we had these truffle fries at the hotel, and I just thought they were so good. And it was like the one thing on the menu that like wasn't insanely priced. And we ended up ordering them like the next day too for lunch, because we were like, we just wanted something small, but we didn't know what we really wanted. So I think that's where these came from, like being at a hotel and everything. And when we were in DC, like everything was like, we stayed at the Ritz, so like everything was just like crazy expensive, which we knew that it was going to happen, but we were just just joking around about it. So I think that's where this dream came from, processing all that out. And I did recently buy truffle oil and this garlic dipping sauce, so I'm gonna make a TikTok of me making those French fries. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll let you guys know when I post that. I need to make them though. They're so good. See, look, I'm probably gonna dream about them again tonight. All right, so number 5. Let's see here. I went to a winery with people, and I was supposed to be the DD, but then like I ended up not being the DD at all. And we were at this like winery for like 12 hours. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I just have to stay over here in the hotel with you guys. And Justin Timberlake was there, and I was like 100% with him in my dream. Like, I was dating him and everything. Like, I have no idea. Like, I just remember being like, we were like flirty with him and like just acting how you would like with your like partner or whatever. Sorry, Trevor. But hell, go me, like, dream me for dating JT, even if it was just for like an evening. No idea. Like, he came back to the hotel and everything with us, and I just remember like sitting in the hotel and I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, we've been drinking for 12 hours. I was like, what the hell? Like, how did that even happen? And I'm assuming the hotel was like close enough to the winery that you like walk to, so that's why I was like, I can't stay over, or I can't drive home. I have to stay over. So this dream was the night after Britney's trial, and Justin came out saying that like statement about how like we should all support her. So this is 100% where that came from, because I love me some Britney Spears, love me some JT, so why not hear about all of that all over the news? Of course it's going to enter my dream world. And then the other day at work I decided to put on, well, that was last night at work, I put on the NSYNC radio, so, which was also inspired by this dream. So I was like, we need some 90s. All right. Number 6. I was visiting Jess, and she played in a hockey league at a mall. And I was going to play with them this time as well, because they needed like an extra player. They played somehow out in like the center of the mall, like on the second floor. Like, you know how malls, like, you can look down and see like the first floor from the second floor, and kind of like a lot of them will have, it's like in a circle. Well, somehow they like, you could still see down below there, but they made a field out of that as well that like kind of could be like removed or whatnot. So lots of people were there to watch too, and I'm like all dressed for hockey. Like I remember like looking for, like I had found an extra helmet and some like pants and stuff from like some of our other teammates. Like they were helping me out like with things because I was just on vacation, so I didn't have like stuff to play. But like then it ended up being a softball game, and I was like standing in the middle of the second floor like all dressed, and then someone threw a softball and it got stuck in like my hoodie pocket, like, or not my hoodie pocket, my hoodie like hood in the back. Like I just turned around, there was a softball there, and I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay, we're playing softball, like I can do this, like this is no problem at all. I was more nervous for the hockey. So like next we went into the store to play some kind of game with everybody, and it was like a board gamey like video game type of thing. Like it was kind of like both of them. And then this one kid that we were with, he's like, listen, I gotta go, like we gotta get prepared for the storm that's coming, like it's hard to drive down here when there's storms. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like they don't really take care of the roads, so we had to get going. And he kept like saying that it was like, or like he wasn't saying, but he was kind of like pointing more towards that it was like a snowstorm coming. But when we left, it was just like really, really dark and windy, and like that like spooky, eerie feeling that like right before a bad like thunderstorm comes. But I like just took it as like, oh yeah, like we're in the South, like they don't take care of the roads when it snows because they're just not used to it. But it was like a different kind of storm that we just had to get going before it got bad. So Hayne does play in a softball league, so I think that's where this all came from. And I was down there visiting her. I did meet some of her friends that she does play softball with, and I was saying how I would love to be on one of those leagues, and if I moved down there, like I'd 100% play. She also plays on a kickball league with them, so I think that could be why there's like two sports like conflicting in my dream. But yeah, so I just think that was like a weird brain dumpy one from that. All right, number 7. I was staying in a hotel. Again, we're going to get to talk about hotels here in a minute. And there was some kind of convention thing like going on that we were at, that we were part of, the people that I was with or whatever. It involved lots of pizza. Like I swear they fed us pizza like for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because like the one time like we were in the room and the one person was like, aren't we going to go get the pizza? I'm like, we're getting pizza again. I was like, can't you guys just go get a box of pizza and like bring it up here? Or do we have to eat down there? I have no idea. So, in the hotel room, the beds had these fish tanks that like came, like rose out of the center of them. And they were like these huge fish tanks. And they were like for decor there, and their like main purpose that they kind of like sold you on about them was like they were really cool photos to take for like your wedding, like when you're getting ready and stuff, like you're getting ready around these like fish tanks in the center of a bed. And like they go back in to the bed as well. And we had to put the one back in, but we like drained all the water out of it before we put it back in. And I was like so worried about the fish, but everyone's like, no, like that's what the directions say to do, like don't worry about it. But like we took all the water out, and we like just drained it, like not even into anything. I have no clue where the water went, no idea where the fish went, no clue why they were doing fish tank in the bed. But everyone was just fine with it, and I was a little stressed out about the fish. I just wanted to make sure they were okay, but the directions told them to do this. Also at this hotel, I was sleeping on a fold out bed like on the balcony, but it was kind of enclosed. It kind of made me think of like a sunroom type of thing. It was like outside, but it was like protected. So I've had many dreams about hotels recently, and I just talked about a few. So I did stay in that one hotel recently, so that would make sense why. And it was like the first time I stayed in a hotel in a very long time. So let's see what hotels can mean in dreams. So like all things, you really have to look at what you're doing at the hotel. Is it a nice hotel? Is it fancy? Is it run down? Are you enjoying yourself, or are you by yourself? Like, etc. You got to take in all of those aspects of it and what's going on in your dream. So you could not be content in your current living conditions if you're dreaming about a hotel. So you're trying to like escape them and relax somewhere else in your dreamland. And I think this could be even if you are currently like you're enjoying your home, but you just might be ready for the next step or move like to somewhere new, like or if you want to like upgrade your house to a bigger house, or even like you're getting ready to downsize, like that could be like triggering these type of dreams too. Some typical things like if it's a nice hotel, positive things are coming into your life. If it's run down or if it's dirty, you could have some difficulties coming up in your life. And like more specifically, it could be in like a relationship that you have with like not just your partner, but like a friend or like coworker, anything like that. It could mean as well. So if you're in a high-rise hotel, which I believe we talked about this before with Jess in one of her dreams, she was always going up in the hotel. If you're climbing the steps or you're going up, that's a good thing. It means that you're most likely about like going to succeed in the things that you're working on in your awake life. Tall hotels can also mean that a lot of people have respect for you. So, and then how you view hotels in your awake life is big here too on figuring out the meaning. So, some people might have to travel alone, like for work or for any reason, and they could see hotels as like a lonely or negative thing, so they might not like staying in them. But then there's other people who really enjoy being away, and they could see it as a vacation and a fun experience. So this is one of those like broad things again, which we touch on I think every week, that you really have to analyze it for yourself and look like ask yourself the questions. Do I like going on and staying at hotels? Do I enjoy them? Am I comfortable there? Would I rather be home? So I thought that was interesting about the hotels, and I could see that. Now for me, I think hotels are fun. Like I enjoy going and staying in them and going on like little vacations and whatnot. That's the 7 dreams that I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed them. Plan on doing these episodes more and more here and there for you guys. Just a reminder, I like to do them because one, I don't have long like movie like dreams every single time. So I like to get these out there to let you know those little like snippet dreams. They're dreams too, and they're important to record like in your dream journals and everything. So thank you guys so much for listening. Don't forget you can follow us on our social medias, on TikTok, on Twitter, on Instagram. You can come support the show over on Patreon. Send us your dreams, being the long ones or the dream snippets, to WTFDidIDreamLastNight@gmail.com. And if you guys could leave us a review if you like us on Apple Podcasts, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps us out. And until next time, guys, happy dreaming!